Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name is David Wheatley. We're here to talk leadership in small, bite-sized and practical chunks. Enjoy.
So this episode, I just want to tell a quick story that my dad told me ages ago. That it tells a story of when he and my Auntie Maisie bought their first motorbike. My dad will be 94 in February, and so he was about around 14, and I guess they were looking for a means of transport in the gritty north of England when at 14 he was out working by then. It would be around World War II time, and this would have been probably the end of the Second World War. But having found a bike for sale on the Roundhay Road in Leeds, they took it home and they hid it in the shed so that my granddad wouldn't find out. And they were concerned about exactly how they would tell him what they'd done. And while they were plotting this, they thought they'd leave it there in the shed. And later on, over dinner with the entire family, my granddad, without looking up from his food, said, "Who's his bike in shed?" for a Yorkshire accent. And my dad and my Auntie Maisie nervously owned up to it. And he said, "Well, after dinner, you'd both better go put it back together again." Well, they weren't sure what he meant by this, but after dinner, they did as they were told and headed to the shed. And on arrival, they found their bike stripped into all the pieces it would break down into. Granddad, who had tracked them out, had said, "You bought it without my help, so you can bloody well learn to fix it without my help." And a little bit later on, he returned to help them with the difficult parts, but by then the lesson was learned. And I wonder as leaders how many times we don't allow people to learn this lesson. So if you're going to do it on your own, you're going to learn to put it back together. And it's not that I'm not here to help, but that learning of that moment was so powerful. And my dad would tell you, he still knows how to take motorbikes apart because of that leadership lesson.
That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name's David Wheatley. For further information about Humanergy, go to humanergy.com or check out our latest book, What Great Teams Do Great, from all good bookstores. Have a good one. Stay healthy.